Hello and welcome to Learning Freedom. I'm Rachael Plant. I hope you're all good. I'm talking to you today from my new office. Look at this beautiful space that I have created. So I say my office, it's actually my daughter's bedroom, but she has slept in this room probably twice in the whole of her 9 years on the planet. She always sleeps in my room, and she has graduated to her own bed now, and it's a massive bedroom. It's like the size of a double and then the size of a single again. So she's got her own space down at the bottom there with her own bed now, but she still prefers to sleep with me. That's where she feels safest, and and I'm not in any rush to push her out. So that's what we do. But I got a bit fed up with her room. It's kind of just been a dumping ground really for all her toys and all her clothes, and it was just so cluttered and so full of crap. We had a big massive clear out and decorated and made it all clutter free and clean, and a really nice space to be in, unlike the rest of the house, because that's very lived in. There's lots of art projects on the go, and stuff all over the place, because we do live our lives here. It's not a show home, and I think as a home educator there is a certain amount of resignation to the fact that your house is going to be a mess, probably if you're allowing your children to explore and be creative and all of that. So yeah, here I am, and it feels really nice to have a space. I think she's probably it has still got a bed in it. It is still her bedroom, as well as having my desk. So we've come to a bit of a compromise. It's going to be like a shared hangout space, so I can have it for doing my work, making videos, and the stuff that I do on the laptop, and she has got it for she creates lots of videos as well, and she'll use the desk space, but also just for having a nice place to hang out and have some downtime and do the stuff that kids do. So yeah, I just wanted to talk a bit today about what a typical day or week might look like for a home educating family. Obviously, every single family is unique, and they're, designing their own lifestyle and their own home ed journey to fit around what works for them and what is going to, inspire their kids and what is going to work best for them. So, this is by no means typical. This is just personal to us. But I just thought it might, if you're thinking about home educating or you're new to home educating, often one of the questions is, well, how does it actually work in practice? Are you all sat around the table, doing work every day, 9 till 3, or, does it look like something else? And for us, it changes over time a lot. She has different interests at different times at the moment. So I'll talk you through this week. So this morning, we got up and we did some arts and crafts at the kitchen table, and then my dad came over because we're redecorating. He'd got some secondhand furniture that he'd picked up for me, so he brought that over. So we had a load of, we were all hands on deck getting stuff ready for the room, and then we had to chat with them, and then this afternoon we've had an hour while I'm doing my stuff and she's doing her stuff in the other room. And then we're going to go and spend some time with another home educating family, some friends that we go and see each week. We have a regular slot with them, so we're going to go and see them for a few hours and hang out. And then so that's today. Then tomorrow we're probably going to get up and do a couple of hours of something together, some making, like we've got a jewellery making kit. We like doing arts and crafts. We like doing creative stuff. She's also got a touch typing program on the computer which she's learning, and doing creative writing and things. They're the kind of the main things that she will do a couple of hours of in the morning at the moment. And then normally we'd have ice skating mid-morning onwards for a few hours. She goes to a home ed ice skating group, and there's also like a half-hour lesson included within the group. So yeah, we go along. She does a free skate with her friends, and then has a half-hour lesson within that. And that's kind of like the highlight of the week at the moment. She really enjoys doing that, and she really enjoys seeing the friends that she sees there, and she's really, really good at ice skating. She's got amazing balance. She's an absolute natural on the ice, and I'm the absolute opposite. I've got a massive fear of being on the ice, and I'm like, Bambi. So so I just, for that one, I sit it out and I just watch, and she is well away. She's like really independent with that, and she can, she can just do it, and she doesn't really need me except to facilitate that for her, to take her along and be there if anything happens, if she needs me for anything. So yeah, that's what we normally do on a Tuesday, but this week her grandparents are taking her to a panto in our local town. So yeah, so she's really looking forward to that, and it's really nice that she gets, her grandparents are retired. She gets to spend time not just with me, with them, a couple of times a week, and it's nice to have different input and like an intergenerational sort of relationship. I think it's really nice that she's got that kind of close relationship with her grandparents, and they're really supportive of home ed as well, and they do lots of well, not lots of educational stuff, but they're kind of geared up to taking her to experience lots of different types of activities. They do stuff with her. They take her out and help her to experience lots of different stuff. So yeah, that's tomorrow, and then Wednesday and Thursday she goes to a Montessori school, which is about a half-hour drive from where we live. And I say school, but it's a really small setting. It's like just one room with a group of younger children, and then there's a small group of older home educated children, and they work together, play together, project based work, but it's all it's a Montessori ethos, and so it's kind of more project based. She works on something that she wants to work on, and the teachers are there to facilitate all of that. And she's been doing that for a few months. She's really enjoying it, and yeah, she likes doing the different kinds of activities, having something outside of the home, away from me, that's something of her own, where she goes and she meets other people. That's Wednesday and Thursday. And then Friday we're meeting friends at Gravity, the trampolining place. So yeah, we're going to do that for a couple of hours, and yeah, again in the morning she'll probably do a couple of hours of like one-to-one stuff with me. I say one-to-one, but I'm there and facilitating it for her. But these days, a lot of the stuff that she does is very independent. She knows exactly what she wants to do. She doesn't want me to teach her, but she wants me to find the glue or find some, this morning it was elastic because she was making a mask. Or I'll be sitting working on something of mine. We'll be working alongside each other, but I'm really not giving her much input unless she asks for it or unless I see something. It's really not about teaching, it's really about facilitating, and that's how it is for us. And and it pretty much was early on as well. It was more about facilitating than teaching. It was really going with what interested her, and picking up on more of that. So the approach that we follow, I suppose, it's kind of unschooling. I don't really like all of the labels, but it's a radical unschooler would probably say that what we were doing wasn't unschooling, because I do have certain boundaries. Our whole lifestyle isn't unschooled. I do have rules and boundaries around bedtimes and food and things that she's allowed to do, and certain behaviours and stuff. It isn't a completely unschooling lifestyle, but in terms of learning, it probably is unschooling, or it's child-led, or self-directed learning. It's self-directed learning, most of what she does at the moment. So yeah, that's how it works for us. So that's a bit of a glimpse into a week for us at the moment. That might change. She might decide, and this happens quite often, that she doesn't want to do ice skating anymore, in which case we might spend more time at home, or I might look around for something else that she can do on a Tuesday. So yeah, it kind of seems to chop and change quite a bit depending on where she's at with stuff, or sometimes with home ed stuff will just dwindle off. People, the interest isn't there anymore, so things stop. So it's constantly evolving, and the same with friendship and friendship groups. Sometimes she'll outgrow certain friendships, and then but there's some friendships that she's had from the start, from being a baby and going to home ed meets like as a 10-month-old. There's some consistent friendship groups, but then again there's stuff evolves and changes, and I think that's what I like about home ed, is that it is there is the scope there for it to evolve and change. It's not like school where it has to follow a really prescribed way of doing it. It can really flow and be in response to where your child's at any given time. So yeah, that's us and our home ed journey at the moment. So yeah, if you want to ask me any questions about anything, please leave a comment below, or I'll leave my email address as well in the description, and you can always email me if there's any aspect of home education that you're unsure about, or something that you want to discuss or get some advice on, or just offload a bit. That's absolutely fine. And I've also written a free guide, which is what's it called? Let me get it right. Thinking of Homeschooling, 5 frequently asked questions answered. So this talks about all the things that, having been around the home ed world for a while and seeing people kind of come in as newcomers, there's always, certain questions that are asked to do with, what are the legalities of it? How will my child make friends and socialise? What about GCSEs? How can I afford it? How can I work and home educate? And do I need to follow the national curriculum? So all of those questions are answered in my guide. So you can get that by clicking the link that's in the description. And it'd be lovely if you wanted to see more of these videos, if you liked and you subscribe to my channel, but no pressure. So that's it for this video, and I'll speak to you again soon. Thanks for watching, listening. I always say listening because I always have things like this on in the background while I'm working, so I don't necessarily watch videos. But anyway, thanks for watching or listening, whichever you're doing. Okay.